What up, guys? I'm back with another video, and we are back for UFC Fight Night. They are returning to Rio De Janeiro, Brazil, headlined by the main star, Charles Du Bronx Oliveira. It was originally supposed to be Charles Oliveira versus Rafael Fiziev, but he got injured, and stepping in on short notice, replacing him, is Mateus Gambra. I really wanted to do this showcase for the possibility, which I really hope doesn't happen, but the possibility if Oliveira loses, he could retire. And also, Charles Oliveira is my either top two or at least top three favorite fighters of all time. So I really wanted to do the showcase for Charles Oliveira. I really would have wanted to do a showcase for him when he fought Elliot Taporia for the title, but unfortunately I just never had the time to do that. So I definitely wanted to take the time to do the showcase for this one, especially with the possible circumstances like I mentioned before. But with that out of the way, let's just get started with the showcase for Charles Du Bronx Oliveira with the first fight. We're facing somebody who's using Islam Makhachev. A couple of things real quick. Unfortunately, this showcase is really short, and also these fights aren't the best because the season reset like a week ago. So everybody's still not settled in their placement division and stuff. So this fight is really short, and it's also not the best. I used what I could. So right now we just caught Islam with a high kick, and previous to that we caught him with a couple knee shots to the body, and we exchanged a couple of shots up top. Right there we just kind of went a shot to the body. We give him another one. Nice little combo by us. He's trying to use counters from the pullbacks you can see he's doing. But he's targeting the body. We need to be careful though, not to get stunned to the body. Nice little combination right there by Islam. Without a range for the high kick. Kind of with a knee to the body. Need to be careful not to get an exchange in the pocket. We shoot for a takedown. We land in half guard. He tries to go back into full guard, but I deny it. And then I transition into full mount. Posture up. Go for some ground and pound damage. Land a decent amount. Then posture up again to land some more, possibly finish the fight. And land even more damage if he survives. And I try to posture up once again, but he manages to move into half guard. And then I move back into full mount, and at this point I realize this guy sucks on the ground. And then I land another huge elbow to do some damage, and right here we finally finish the fight. And I always think it's ironic that people choose grapplers when they're not even good grapplers. I honestly think he would have had a way better chance shooting someone like Dustin, Connor, Justin, even Rio Taporia himself or Max. I don't know why he bothered to choose Islam if he wasn't good at the ground. Like, don't get me wrong, Islam is a great grappler, a great striker himself. Excuse me, but he should have just chose a pure striker. I feel like he would have had a better chance. But at least he took that loss on the chin. He said respect, which I respect myself. But this fight wasn't anything too crazy. I would give it like a 4 out of 10 in my opinion. A 5 at best. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was just a quick fight, just to show you guys. This next fight is the much longer fight and the much entertaining fight. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the last fight of this quick showcase. We're facing somebody who's using Armin Saryukin, and this was a while ago. You could tell because of the golden gloves, but I had this in the vault, basically in the gallery vault, and I just wanted to use it because it never got used, and it's a really good fight, so I didn't want to let it go to waste. But immediately I target the knees, then I go into the clinch, and I was playing rings, so I was doing stuff like Oliveira doesn't usually do, so that's why it's not a showcase, simulation style kind of fight. But immediately I'm being a little chaotic, but trying to be careful at the same time. This is a championship fight, so it is going to be a tough fight as well. The good thing about this though, it is 5 rounds if it does have to go that far. And this guy's already pressuring a decent amount. That's why I'm also fighting chaotic, because because this is not going to be a slow-paced fight. I need to try to make it into my field and try to push her as much as I can. Wow, I got the stamina right there. We catch him with a high kick, a beautiful high kick to stun him. He's already cut, injured, just being super chaotic, throwing the jumping front kick. Nice knee by Armin. Caught him with a bit of a spinning high kick right there. Tried to go for a Superman punch, but he cut me off. Nice little combination right there by Armin. Keep throwing that flying jump kick, but it's because it's mostly open, and he's not countering it. Like I already said, this is not simulation, so that's why you keep seeing me throwing these wacky ass jump moves. Goes into the clinch, tries to do some damage, but thankfully we managed to block it. I think we landed a bit of damage on our own. Caught him with a hook right there inside the pocket. Caught him with another hook. We shoot for a takedown to see how good his ground game is. He defends it and then denies it, and now we're in the clinch. He's throwing some nice knee shots to the body. I know that that's not called the clinch. I forgot what that position is called. That's what I'm gonna call it until I figure out what that move, what that position is called. But he catches our feet, then he shoots a takedown. I'm trying not to posture up right away because I don't want to get caught with something. But he jumps on the ground. He's not afraid to grapple. And right here, he goes into side control, but I immediately go into sprawl. And surprisingly, he just immediately backs off. But then he shoots that takedown, which is very confusing because why are you gonna get out of sprawl? It's so confusing if you were just gonna do that to begin with. And right here, you can see he's a really good grappler. Immediately, multiple times already gone to the ground with me. And I'm not saying I'm a great grappler at all. I'm a decent grappler, but just the fact that he's willing to exchange down there is pretty interesting. But right there, a decent first round. If I had to guess, maybe I won it because we did stun him and we did land a couple decent shots in the first round. So if I had to guess, maybe we won it, but I could be wrong. But right there, it's where we were fighting in the clinch, and I'm guessing he cut me because it looks like they're showing his highlights instead of mine. But here we go for the second round. No glove touch, unfortunately. Nice little 1-2 combination by Armin. We're landing a couple shots to the body. Land a kick to the body by us. Back in the clinch, we landed a couple of shots. Right here, I'm using fakes to try to set up that jumping front kick up top. Nice little shot to the body by Armin. Using footwork, landed a leg kick right there to the body, followed up by a knee to the body. And that's what we want to try to do. We want to try to drain that stamina with the knees. He catches that one though. Jab to the body by us. That's a leg kick right there by Armin, followed up to the body. And then including us, we give him some as well. And we give him a nice high kick to stun him once again. And just barely moved out of the way. I don't think it would have stunned him, but it would have like at least flustered him if it would have landed. Kind of a nice jab. Try to go for the spinning high kick and then partially catches him, but doesn't do anything too crazy. And I was moving so fast that I accidentally pressed start, but we caught him with a spinning elbow. Plus a couple shots in the pocket to knock him down. But I was moving so fast that I accidentally pressed start. I'm going to do it again. You guys are going to see later. Right there, we caught him with a spinning kick to the body a moment ago. Another switch kick to the body by us. Caught him with the overhand to do a bit of damage. Didn't catch him effectively, surprisingly. Caught him with an uppercut. And right now, I'm just trying to push a lot because we just dropped him. And he is cut right now. So we could possibly drop him again or hurt him. So I'm putting on the pace to try to do that, try to accomplish that. He has us in the clinch. That's probably not the smartest idea because he could get caught with something by us in the clinch or with us exiting out of the clinch if he tries to risk that. I'm surprised I haven't thrown another jumping front kick because he's kind of leaving himself open for us to do that. So right there, we kind of was a spinning kick to the body, and he caught us with a switch kick to the body by him. Nice little combination right there by Armin.
Just out of range with that right hand.
I'm just trying to be patient and wait for my shot. He fakes a takedown. I don't know if he meant to try to actually shoot for it, or it was just a fake to set something up, maybe. But we shoot for a takedown, and we finally get him. If you remember, we tried to shoot for a win in the first round, and I think I just shot it just because, just to see if I could get it. But we tried to shoot in the first round, and we couldn't get it. And also, like I mentioned before, this is a championship fight. He is a champion, so like I said, this fight is going to be tough. Right there is where we caught him beautifully with the high kick to stun him. And it's crazy that we didn't knock him down since he kind of leaned into it. So that's very surprising. But we still hurt him, and we did end up dropping him. I think that was going to be the highlight right there, but I kind of skipped it by accident. But that round was ours. So it could possibly be 2-0, or it could be 1-1. The round 2 was definitely ours. He immediately stunned us. It happened so quick that I didn't catch it. I don't know what it was. Right there, we finally shoot another front jumping tucking, and that time, like I mentioned, he could have possibly got hurt in the clinch, but that time we unfortunately got hurt. We got stunned, but we recuperated very quickly, thankfully. But we do have a cut. We need to be careful not to get for him not to get a doctor stoppage on us. Back in the clinch, and I need to be careful where he throws. But he stuns us again, and we survive once more. This fight is a back and forth fight now. Charles has a very compromised chin in my opinion. I need to be careful not to get knocked out. He did knock us down, but again, this is a 5-round fight if it needs to go that far. So even if he wins this round, I mean, we still got 2 more. And I need to be careful on what I throw. I've already gotten hurt and knocked down. Kind of with a knee, partial jumping knee. Stunned him right there. He survives. Managed to move his head. Kind of with a Superman punch to stun him. Throwing a lot of pressure to knock him down. I'm trying to win this fight back. He caught us in the clinch partially, but didn't do any damage. Never mind. He knocked us down right there, exiting out of the clinch. I don't know how I'm surviving this much after getting knocked down twice, but thankfully I am. Stunned him right there with the uppercut. He stunned, and I accidentally pushed start again. And I mentioned to you guys that I was going to accidentally push start again, but as you can see, it happened right there. But thankfully, I managed to unpause it in time to knock him out with the right hook. But yeah, I thought it was a great fight. I think the first fight was pretty close, pretty even between each other. It could have been his round, it could have been mine, who knows. I'm leaning a little bit more towards me. Second round, we absolutely won that round. And the third round, he was picking it back up. He possibly could have won, but we just caught him. We were kind of picking back our moments towards the end of the round. He was definitely winning the start of the round and then towards the middle of the round. But like I said, I mentioned, we were picking it back up, and thankfully we won that round, that fight. I think that fight in general, I think I would give it close to like an 8.5, maybe even a 9. I don't know. You guys could be the judge of that. But in my opinion, I want to give my predictions for this fight: Oliveira versus Armin Soryu. I was gonna say Armin Soryu. Mateus Gamera. Who do I think is gonna win this fight? So I think Charles Oliveira should have the strong advantage to win this fight. Statistically, he should win, and I would have said he very easily would win. But there's a problem that could affect that, and I'll get to it right now. But Charles Oliveira, in my opinion, is a better balanced fighter. He's the better striker. he has the better grappling for jiu-jitsu. Now Gamrot has the better grappling for pure wrestling, but even with really good wrestling, Charles Oliveira is very dangerous. We've seen it happen with Armin Soryukin, who has really good wrestling as well, and he got caught with a guillotine by Oliveira. So he needs to be careful how he shoots when he's gonna shoot. But in my opinion, Oliveira is the better striker, and possibly even the most powerful one, because Gamma has gotten hurt by people like Dan Hooker and Armin Soryukin. So, what does that say for Oliveira? But the main thing for Oliveira is that Gamma does have the puncher's chance, not because he's a heavy puncher, but because he literally got knocked out about two to 3 months ago by Iwi Tapora. So his chin could be compromised. And this is coming from a guy who's known for having a durable chin. But he got cracked hard in the last fight. So I'm very worried for this fight from Oliveira. I'm definitely rooting for him, and I definitely think he has the better chance of winning, but it's not 100%. Like I said, I would give him like a 70% chance of winning this fight. But with all that being said, my lock-in pick for this fight is going to be Charles Oliveira. Like I said, I'm definitely rooting for Charles, and he definitely has the upper hand. But Gamrot could have that lucky punch, especially with Charles being affected from his last fight, that brutal knockout. Anything could happen. But I am pulling for Charles. But let me know who you guys think is going to win this fight between Charles Oliveira and Mateusz Gamrot. Who do you guys think is going to win? Leave your answer in the comments. But I hope you guys did enjoy the showcase, even though it was short. I'm going to try to post as much as I can more, but it's not going to be super consistent, especially because I moved with my sister a couple months ago, so it's really hard to do commentary when I got time to myself. But I'm going to try to do as much as I can now. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video for next week. Alright guys, peace.